up in, right in Ferguson. A friend of mine was actually shot in his driveway, right there. You put drugs in the communities, put guns in the communities, put disease in the communities, put poor food in the communities. All these things are designed to shorten your life expectancy.
It's by design. It is not accidental that this is what's in the hood and this is what's over there.
There's actually an active hand in making sure that we living like this.
It's all about control, money, and survival to them.
Your death is not an expense to them. It's an expense to you.
They're trying to make money from us, even if it's at the expense of killing us. You just die slow. Your family just watches you die.
The alcohol industry, fast food industries, tobacco industries target communities of color.
Your health is not their main priority. They're trying to keep you sick.
We are in a state of emergency when it comes to our health.
Keeping people sick is very lucrative.
Now you want pills. Now you want dialysis. Now you want medicine. You going to the hospital on a regular to see your doctor. Everybody's getting paid except you.
Big pharma and pharmaceutical companies are making billions of dollars off of all of us. As long as they can make that dollar, they don't care if you live or die.
It's something about being here that's making black people sick.
Everybody's getting paid except you. You hurt me.
There are more dangerous and harmful chemicals in products made for women of color.
It absolutely is a crisis.
They don't make a dime if you're healthy.
It's kind of like the dope game. It is the dope game. It's just a bigger gangster, the mob boss.
Look at the hidden hand, you see that government is feeding the crisis. We're fed wrong knowledge, society all the wrong food.
It's about money over people's health.
If you can control a population's access to food, you can control the person.
Only about 8% of African Americans even live in communities that have a grocery store in them.
Because the deep root problem is the food.
Because poor diets kill more brothers than pistols. You know, we fighting for our lives. It's like Michael Vick's big bullets.
As black men, we're dying off so quickly in so many ways.
It's here, hidden in our communities.
They don't want a healthy population.
That is injustice, plain and simple.
The powers that be that are making that money at the top, they trying to kill us.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 6, verse 13. It reads, "Separate thyself from thine enemies, and take heed of thy friends." Shalom, shalom, shalom. This is your brother Kahan from the GMS Prophetic Vibration Campaign Trinidad with another lesson through the power and spirit of Yahweh Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai. So first and foremost, Kal Halayam, Allah Alahayanawa, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakaha Kodash, Barakata, Yahweh Barakata, Yahweh Shai, Barakata, Yahweh Barakata, Yahweh Shai, Barakata, Yahweh Barakata, Yahweh Shai. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, blessings, salutations unto the brothers who preach and teach the truth through the four corners of the earth, risking their lives and their freedom to do so now more than ever for the truth. Shalom unto the speckled Israelites, and shalom unto the very few but faithful Acoats. All right. The name of this video is right. To destroy us was always the agenda. This was always the agenda, you know, the elites, you know, Esau Edom. All right. To destroy us. All right. To destroy us, you know, to have us always at the lowest of low within society. Yeah. This was always the agenda. This is nothing new. And the thing is, this is what we've been telling you all, you know, you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native American Indians, you know, who are the children of Israel, us the prophets, through this, you know, through the power and spirit of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai, especially the men of Great Millstone, starting from the apostles and elders on downwards. We have been constantly repeating this thing, you know, we've been like a broken record to you guys, you know. These people never love you, will never love you, all right? They are all about your demise. They are all about seeing you downtrodden, all right? They all about, you know, you never rising to prominence, rising to that peak where you're supposed to be, you know. They don't want, Salakia, they don't want you to be in your rightful position, which is Yasharala, that prince of power, you know, having that rulership mentality, being in rulership. Alright? But you see, Jake Jake just hard of hearing. Jake just stubborn, you know. Jake just stubborn, and the thing is, they wouldn't listen to us, the prophets, yeah, but they will listen to these prophets on the left hand side, which is these celebrities, right? And the thing about it is, these celebrities, they don't care about you neither, because if they had cared about you, right, they wouldn't be doing the wickedness that they be doing to get that fame and fortune and what have you. Alright, to get that fame and fortune, yeah, and what have you, right? Don't get it twisted with these guys. These guys, Neo and Damon Dash and that guy from Wu-Tang and Maya and all that. These guys did what they did, you know. These guys did what they did in order for them to reach where they're at. Alright, they could care less about you so-called Negroes and Hispanics and Native American. Alright, they are just putting up a front. Alright, they are just putting up a front because they in the know. They are part of that boule. Alright, they are that so-called black elite. They know. Alright, they know. They rub shoulders with these friggin' elites. Don't get it twisted. Alright? Don't get it twisted. Oh shucks. What did I do? Alright? Don't get it twisted with these people. Alright? Because the thing about it is you guys love the so-called white man so much when the so-called white man is all about your demise. Alright? You all want to love these other nations when these other nations and all too, you know, they profit off of you guys. That's why they are above according to Deuteronomy 28, alright? The stranger that is within thee shall get up above the very high, and thou shalt become very low. Alright, but yet still you guys don't want to learn. You all still want to rub a dub in a tub with these heathen nations. Alright, and you always constantly getting your ass kicked for it. Alright? This is Sirach 13 and 15. It reads, every beast loveth his like, and every man loveth his neighbor. All flesh consorteth according to kind, and a man will cleave to his like. Alright? That's why you would see the so-called Chinese, you know, which is Moab, they will be by themselves, you know. They will hang around among themselves. Same thing with the East Indians, which is Elam. Same thing with the Arabs, which is Ishmael. Alright, they hang around their likes. But Jake, no. Even I was a product of that nonsense, you know, hanging around these Elamites and whatnot, and you know, and I always getting shitty under the stick, and I always, you know, I go in, I like the norm, you know, and not racial, as they would say, and this and that and the other, you know, I being with love amongst these people, and you know, you're naturally seeing deep down in the heart is a pretense and they hate my guts. It's not until I come into the truth and get to understand the reason why. Alright? And from thence what I did? I literally cut off, slack off and cut off. Alright? And started being amongst my kind. And not just only being amongst my kind, but being amongst brothers that is like-minded, being among brothers that is of my kind, that is like-minded. Alright? Because you're being amongst a kind also too, and hey, they're all about wickedness. Alright? They're all about folly. Alright? So, you know, everything is wisdom within this truth. Alright? So, verse 16 again, all flesh consorteth according to kind, and a man will cleave to his like. Alright, verse 17, what fellowship had the wolf with the lamb? So the sinner with the godly. Alright? So, as a person who is in this truth, alright, what fellowship would you have with somebody who is a sinner? But most importantly, what fellowship would you have with the so-called white man? All right, the devil that the Bible speaks of. All right, so this is it. This is nothing new. What they're trying to wipe us off the face of the earth. All right, putting drugs in the community, guns in the community. Gary Webb, he did a well. He's deceased now. All right, he's deceased. He was how let's call it silenced by the CIA. All right, he did a serious expose back in the 90s where these Edomites, where the CIA, he exposed the CIA where there was this war in El Salvador, the civil war, that was funding it by drug sales in the ghettos and throughout California, where they would bring the drugs, I still lucky about that, yeah. So it's a known thing, but hey, you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, all right, you guys, put trust in the system, you guys put trust in the system wholeheartedly, and the system was not designed to benefit you. The system was designed to keep us down. All right, that's a fact. All right, let's go to Sirach 12. Sirach 12 and 10. It reads what? Never trust thine enemy. All right, never trust thine enemy. Unlike Christianity, where it teaches to love your enemies. No. The scripture says, never trust thine enemies. All right, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. All right, just as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. All right, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, that thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his trust had not been altogether wiped away. All right, this is just the wickedness of the so-called white man. All right, set him not by thee, least when he hath overthrown thee. All right, he stand up in thy place, neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. All right, because the so-called white man will always be wicked, because that is his nature. That is how the Most High God make him. All right, from the elite go down to the average Joe Edomite, so-called white man. All right, don't trust them. Don't have them near you. Don't mingle with them. All right, make no covenants with these people. All right, because they're all about your demise. Yeah. Verse 13, it reads, who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or as such cometh nigh wild beasts? So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity? Right. So yeah, who is going to pity someone who you're being warned all the time? Hey, don't go by that snake, or don't go by that lion. Don't pet that lion. Don't pet that lion. Stop playing with that bear. What not so forth. Till the day come now when the animal, the beast, decide to turn on you and maul you to death, or whatever the case may be. All right, who will feel sorry for you? Because why? You have been warned. All right, and this is going to play out again when they see them come out with the martial law and all these things. All right, the concentration camps, all these things. All right, for you Jakes, who is going to pity you guys? We're not going to feel sorry for you. I surely ain't going to shed a tear. Because why? You have been warned. You have been warned of the nature of the so-called white man. All right? You have been warned on many occasions that they are your enemy. They are your number one enemy. Hey, go read Psalms 83. They are the top of the list within the conspiracy to put us into slavery. All right? They were the top of the list. The top orchestrators concerning the transatlantic and the sub-Saharan slave trade. All right? They are the top of the list. For a while, verse 15, for a while he will abide with thee, but if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, But in his heart he imagined how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first, and though he pretend to help thee, yet he shall undermine thee. He will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much and change what? His countenance. This is Esau, man. This is Esau. Let's go to Sirach 13. I think I read that already. Yeah. I read that already. It's not Sirach 13 actually. I had read that already. Sirach, yeah. Actually, it's Sirach 13, yes, but just bear with me. No. That's no. That's no. Just bear with me. Where is it? I'm gonna pause. Alright, it's actually Sirach 13 here. Sirach 13 and I'll start off with street. Reads, the rich man hath done wrong, and yet he threateneth withal. The poor is wrong, and he must entreat also. If thou be for his profit, he will use thee. But if thou have nothing, he will forsake thee. If thou have anything, he will live with thee. Yea, he will make thee bear and will not be sorry for it. Alright? And this is the thing with Esau. Alright? Esau will use us. Alright? The so-called white man will use us for our sporting abilities, our entertainment abilities. Alright? Because we are what? We are the best singers. Alright? We are the best in anything that we put ourselves to do. You know, best sportsmen. Alright? Basketball players, football players, cricketers, whatever. Alright? But here, what is this? What is the situation there with that? They would use us, make a whole heap of money off of us, and then later on what? Throw us to the side. Alright? Because this is what they are about. That is why I say, if thou have anything, right? Anything, especially a talent, alright? He will live with thee. Alright? Give you lucrative contracts and all these things. Yeah, he will make thee bear, and at the end he will make you bear. Alright? And will not be sorry for it. If he have need of thee, he will deceive thee and smile upon thee and put thee in hope. He will speak thee fear and say, what wantest thou? And he will shame thee by his meats. Alright? Which is his money and all these things. Alright? That's why a lot in these celebrities and what have you, the sporting personality, what they do, they sell their souls. All of them, they sell the souls for what? For riches. Alright? Until he have drawn thee twice or thrice, and at the last he will laugh thee to scorn. Afterward, when he seeth thee, he will forsake thee and shake his head at thee. Alright? This is the modus operandi of the so-called white man. And no matter how much we try to warn you all and tell you all, alright? You all don't want to believe us. Alright? Hey, go by the celebrities, they will tell you. Alright? Listen to them because you all don't want to listen to us. Yeah? That's why we're going to go to Proverbs. The book of Proverbs, chapter 22. And verse 3, what? It reads what? A prudent man, which is a wise man, foreseeth the evil and hideth himself. But the simple pass on and are punished. Alright? The simple pass on and are punished. Alright? One of the wise ones within Israel will see this man for what he is and do what? And stay away from this man. Alright? But the foolish, the simple, the foolish, alright? They will tell you talking shit and they will what? They will call you a racist, they will this, they will that. Right? But hey, they be the ones that end up with the shitty end of the stick. Because why? they don't want to listen. That's why, hey, when they go to 2 Thessalonians, I almost finished with this video. This video wasn't to be too long. 2 Thessalonians. No, it's 1 Thessalonians actually. 1 Thessalonians 5. I'll read from verse 4. We'll go straight to the point. Yeah. I'll start from verse 3. 1 Thessalonians 5 and 3, it reads, For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Right? Because why? These people have something in the plans to deal with you guys. Verse 4. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that ye should that day should overtake you as a thief. Alright? Why, Lord? Ye are all children of the light and the children of the day. We are not of the night, nor of darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as others do, but let us watch and be sober. Alright? Because a lot of our people, they are drunk within the world, drunk with the philosophies of this world, drunk with what this world has to offer them. Alright? That's why a lot of them, they're all in the feelings with this big distraction what the elites put into you guys with Will Smith and Chris Rock and all that bull crap. Alright? And you all not seeing the real picture behind the curtain. Alright? Because again, they are all about what? They are all about a demise. Alright? These people is all about a demise. Alright? We the prophets telling you this, but you guys want to listen to us. You will listen to your big celebrity. You know, these guys have a name now. These guys have a name. You know? Let's go back to that same Sirach 13 again. Let us go to it quick. Sirach 13. Let me see. I think it's 11. Just bear with me. Sirach 13 and 22. And what is that from 22? Sirach 13, 22. When a rich man is fallen, he hath many helpers. He speaketh things not to be spoken, and yet men justify him. The poor man slipped, and yet they rebuke him too. He spake wisely and could have no place. Alright? We would have no place in the society even if we speak righteousness and wise proverbs and what have you. Alright? To edify, to educate the people, educate our people, you know, and bring them on that spiritual level, that true spiritual level. But watch this, verse 23. When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue, and look what he saith. They extol it to the clouds. Alright? Like for instance, if you notice on the background, the Bacchus, you're hearing the Bacchus festival tunes you're hearing, alright? Look, the Lord put this latest one to death. Alright, blacks. Alright? The people will sit down. If he was alive here now and you know he come out and makes a big speech to the nation, they would listen and they would extol it to the clouds, you know, they would hire him and have him in high regard. But us, no. No. Who the hell is you? You all are a bunch of niggas. You all a bunch of lowlifes. You all a bunch of nothing. So they wouldn't take us on. Alright? They wouldn't have us in regard. They wouldn't have our warnings in regard. Alright? Because we come in through the power and spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Alright? They don't want that because they hate. They hate Yahweh. Why Yahweh Shai? Alright? And I'm speaking about Israel. Alright? Verse 23, when a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue, and look what he saith, they extol it to the clouds. But if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? And if he stumble, they will help to overthrow him, which is the poor man, which is us. Alright? So this is what it is. This is what it is. But our people are trusting these fucking boy. Hey. This is Sirach 19, last scripture, Sirach 19:25. Alright, it reads what? There is an exquisite subtlety, and the same is unjust. And there is one that turneth aside to make judgment appear. And there is a wise man that justifieth in judgment. Alright? But the main point is there is exquisite subtlety, yeah, underneath, all right, which is these Edomites. They're dangerous and they're very exquisite with it, all right, they're very subtle, all right. Verse 26, there is a wicked man that hangeth down his head sadly, but inwardly he is full of deceit, casting down his countenance and making as if he heard not. Where he is not known, he will do thee a mischief before thou be what? Before thou be aware. And if for want of power he be hindered from sinning, yet when he findeth opportunities, he will do what? He will do evil. A man that may be known by his look, and one that hath understanding by his countenance when thou meetest him. Alright? A man's attire and exquisite laughter and gait show what he is. Alright? So, the so-called white man, you see it as nature. Alright? And his nature, he never changed from his nature from ever since. Alright? He bring you guys over here on the shores, over to the Americas, from off the shores of Africa, and what have you. Alright? And he shows us his attire. Alright? He shows us his ways from ever since, and it never changed. So you guys ought to take that as an example. They never love you and they never will love you. They're all about your demise. Alright? I think I will end it off there with that. Alright? So, Kal Halayam La Alahayanawa Yahawa Ba'asham Yahushai Ba'asham Rakah HaKodash Barakatah Yahawa Barakatah Yahushai Barakatah Yahawa Barakatah Yahushai Barakatah Yahawa Barakatah Yahushai. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, blessings, salutations unto the brothers who preach and teach the truth throughout the four corners of the earth, risking their lives and their freedom to do so no more than ever. For this truth, shalom unto the speckled Israelites, and shalom unto the very few but faithful Akwats. This is a brother Kahan. Alright, from the GMS Prophetic Vibration Camp, signing out, saying shalom. Alright, Salakia for the background. But you know how it is when you are wrong 2/3, you know. You know how it is when you are wrong 2/3. So shalom, Yabashim Yashai.